left of the Occupy Wall Street movement, and well, I mean, it's all kinds of personalities. Some law firms are, sort of collegial and consensus oriented. No, that's like my firm. I mean, our receptionist weighs in on things that affect, how the office is run. Maybe not a case, but everybody weighs in because we're women. We like to make sure everybody's happy. But you'll get a sense of the law firms that you're talking to. You'll know if you fit into how they are. It's just like how you're drawn to your friends.
Yeah, that's right. Our firm, we have right now we are three partners, a docketing clerk, a production secretary who's kind of like our engine room, and a paralegal, and a bookkeeper. So there's 7 of us, and we're like a family. And I've been together with these partners for 17 years. It's a long time. And so for somebody to come into that is, they better fit. And we think it's a very good environment. Personality is really important. We wouldn't want anybody that was uncomfortable with us or that we were uncomfortable with, no matter how good their work product is. Yeah, it's really important.
So just all true, and just a quick story. When and I hope this doesn't, it should not be offensive, but let's see if it is. When I interviewed for my job at Pinnacle, I first interviewed for the partner that I was going to work for. So that was just a one-on-one, and that went pretty well. And then he said, I want the rest of my partners to meet you. So then I met with 3 other partners all at once. It was the 4 of us, and these guys, they were not on top of their hiring process at all. I mean, no offense to them. They had work to do. They were not interested in this other partner's associate. So we sit down and we chat for a couple minutes, and then finally one of them says, we really haven't had a chance to talk to Ted at all about what he's looking for in an associate. And so I'm thinking, this is funny, these guys really aren't communicating. And I look around the table, and I'm also seeing that a couple of them are sort of like me, kind of culturally and kind of statute-wise. So they're short Jewish guys, basically. And which is fine, because I can say that, because I'm one of those. So we're sitting around, and they said, so what did Ted say that he's looking for in an associate? So they're asking me what they're looking for. And I just looked around I was a little bit mature, and I just looked around the table and I said, I think Ted said they're looking for another short Jewish guy. And when I talked to one of the partners about a year later about why I got the job, he said, I didn't hear anything you said after you said that. I knew you had the job when I heard the job. That was it. And so, and yes, I write well, but it really is about personality. I mean, these guys were looking for somebody they could work with and who could, take a joke or take a this or that or whatever, but who could roll with it. And that's really important to them. That's not important to everybody, but that's the culture of Pinnacle in addition to writing well and being smart. So just to add to the sort of the personality flavor, small firms, huge emphasis on personality.
We have time for one last question. This involves salary. If someone's given an offer at a large firm, those salaries are publicized. There are databases of it, for example, now publishes salaries. So if a recent graduate gets an offer and they're offered a salary, how do they handle that delicate subject? How do they find out if it's fair, and is it reasonable for them to negotiate?
Well, I'll start with that. We get an ELF survey, and Jared can tell you what that is and whether he has it available for you. But it basically polls law firms, big, medium, and small, for average salaries year in, year out. And in keeping with my broken record theme, we want to retain really good people. And so we happen to match or come very close to big firm salaries. because we want to attract the top people. So what you would do is you would go ask Jared, hey, you know, what are the big law firms in San Francisco paying in 2009 to 2010, because that's the last available information, and he'd tell you, well, its starting salaries are 125, and if you get an offer at 85, you'll know that you have some negotiating room, and absolutely negotiate. You're lawyers. You're lawyers. I mean, and I'm saying this especially to the women, because it's very hard for women to, I have seen in my career, to do those tough things, like say, you know, I'd rather get 95, and then I'll, you know, ask for another 10 after I show you how good I am. But that's what lawyers do. So there's all kind of ways you can, I'll start at 85, but let's have an agreement that this is for 6 months, because I know I can provide more value to your firm. So I want to have it revisited. I understand you're taking a risk on me, but I want to have it revisited in 6 months, and I'd like a 15% bump at that point. You know, there's all kinds of things you could do, but absolutely it's fair to negotiate. Now, if you ask for 140, you know, you're probably pushing it along a little bit.
Yeah, probably so. But you don't publicize the salaries.
No. We make them up 10 minutes before the I mean, we know what the NALP survey says, and there may be a bunch of considerations that go into it. Level of experience, or we have a lot of accounting crossover, so we might offer a good salary for somebody who just went through law school but has a CPA, because that's very attractive to our particular practice area. For you, I would imagine somebody with an engineering degree or a biotech degree or something might be more valuable. So
At least 3
you know,
times. Oh, just.
Anyway.
All right, well, we're out of time, but I really want to thank our panel for coming today. Thank you so much.